Anne Hathaway is an actress who's been through a large number of career phases. This is especially notable given her relatively young age. However, it now appears Hathaway is looking to start another new phase in her career. The phase will be represented first and foremost by a name change from the young starlet. You see, Anne Hathaway never intended to be known to audiences by her birth name, Anne. She's always preferred to go by her much more casual nickname, Annie. This new name change is likely the result of Annie looking to put her past behind her once more and transcend into an even greater phase of her career. Follow Trender as we reveal what the future has in store for the award-winning actress. "Stop calling me Anne," says Anne Hathaway. Anne Hathaway was born on November 12, 1982, in Brooklyn, New York, where her father was a labor attorney and her mother was a retired actress. And Anne was named after Shakespeare's wife. Surely, theater ran deep in the Hathaway blood, and Anne always had a taste for it. The family moved to New Jersey, where Anne grew up and acted in several plays throughout her high school career. When Anne was a teenager, she was cast in the TV series Get Real. The show wasn't a success and only lasted one season, in 1999 to 2000. However, she went on to star in the live-action Disney comedy The Princess Diaries a year later in 2001. This film went on to catapult the starlet into a household name pretty much overnight. The Princess Diaries was followed by a theatrical sequel in 2004, The Princess Diaries 2: Royal Engagement. Between these two movies, Hathaway had managed to carve out a niche for herself under the Disney umbrella. However, success in adulthood is not always guaranteed for young stars who become famous starring in Disney productions. Thankfully, Hathaway managed to make that transition much more smoothly than many of her peers. She went on to have an incredibly successful career in film that's still going strong. Over a decade after starring in The Princess Diaries, Hathaway went on to win an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress for her performance in the 2012 film adaptation of Les Miserables. Between her breakout turn in Princess Diaries and her award-winning performance in Les Mis, Hathaway was an actress who always kept busy. A year after her appearance in The Princess Diaries 2, she took the initial steps towards becoming a more mature actress in the film Brokeback Mountain. A year after that, she starred in the film adaptation of The Devil Wears Prada. Although the film wasn't Oscar material, it was a major success that solidified her status as a Disney star who is truly capable of making the transition into mainstream entertainment. Hathaway went on to receive her first Academy Award nomination for her performance in the 2008 art film Rachel Getting Married. The film wasn't a huge commercial success, but it was further proof that Hathaway had what it took to turn in a successful dramatic performance when given the right material. After some less notable roles in films like Bride Wars and Alice in Wonderland, she took on two major roles in 2012. For one, she was going to play the new iteration of Catwoman in Christopher Nolan's conclusion to his Batman trilogy, The Dark Knight Rises. For another, she was going to play the role of Fantine in the new film adaptation of Les Mis. The latter role won her first Academy Award statuette for Best Supporting Actress. She's also won a Primetime Emmy Award for voiceover performance in The Simpsons. Hey, if you're enjoying this video so far, click the like button to show your support, and be sure to subscribe to the channel so you'll know when more Trender content is on the way. From an outsider's perspective, Anne Hathaway surely was on a career path to be reckoned with. From turning her Disney fame into a legitimate Hollywood career as a movie star, the future looked incredibly bright for the young star. However, behind the scenes, she wasn't totally comfortable with the reputation that she had been building among co-workers in the audience. Despite her charming demeanor on screen, the star had become notorious, amongst others, for being somewhat of a goody two-shoes. Hathaway's reputation for being slightly holier-than-thou is ironic, given that many other Disney stars from around the same time went on to much more crass exploits in the tabloids. Hathaway had developed a negative reputation for quite the opposite reason. Not only did people consider the star's outward appearance to be a little too clean, but many also accused her of being slightly fake. Some even speculated she had a speechwriter write her acceptance speech for her Academy Award. All in all, it appeared the starlet's attempts to keep a cleaner image than her peers came back to haunt her. While it allowed her to perhaps have a more steady career, it also made her less relatable than her peers to the audience. As she transcended Disney stardom to become Hollywood royalty, resentment began growing among audience members who found her fake, with an image that was too good to be true. Well, whether this was true or not, Hathaway started to blame a lot of this reputation on her name. You see, Hathaway didn't always intend to go by her given name, Anne. Instead, she would have preferred to go by her nickname, Annie. Perhaps if Anne had been Annie all along, she would have felt much freer to be herself in the public sphere during her career. According to the actress, only her mother calls her Anne. Everyone who knows her calls her Annie, and her fans should do the same. When she hears someone call her Anne, she feels as if she's in trouble. Perhaps this is the reason the star has appeared so stiff to the public. Maybe she's always felt as if she's talking to her mother, and this new name change is an attempt to take on a new role for her audience. Regardless of her public image, Anne Hathaway certainly has an impressive career behind her and a lot of potential ahead of her. With this new name change, she may be able to start a new chapter in her career that sees her coming across to fans in a way that's more akin to how she truly feels on the inside. Despite having a nearly 2-decade-long career in the spotlight, perhaps we've never truly known Anne Hathaway. Now that she's ready to become more open and friendly with her audience, we might begin to be able to see her in a new light. Anne Hathaway continues to star in movies. You can now see her in Lockdown on HBO Max, starring along Chiwetel Ejiofor. While she's still being credited by her legal name, hopefully producers and audiences alike will take to her request to start being called the name she prefers. Besides her reputation for being a little too squeaky clean, Anne Hathaway has managed to build quite the impressive resume in Hollywood. Comment down below to share your favorite role she's done so far, or if there's a specific role you think she'd be perfect for in the future. As always, like this video to show your support, and subscribe and hit the notification bell to be among the first to know when more content is on its way.